And now with that goal, they're going to have that extra bit of belief.
Lautaro Martinez. Julian Alvarez! Wow! The quality of a world champion! But he has it taken away from him by Alvarez. And now suddenly Argentina with Almada can seal it. Almada, the save, but the follow-up is in! Lautaro Martinez sends Argentina to the semi-finals! Argentina's pursuit of greatness goes on. They will go back to Atlanta.
The 939 World Cup show is here. Now we know the teams are battling each other for the semi-final. The semi-final of the FIFA World Cup. And also to know teams that will be eyeing the final ticket of the Global Football Showpiece. My name is Oladapo Kunobi. Welcome to 939 World Cup show. Duke Dan Davies also with me this morning. I don't know where is Jack going from this morning, but many predictions went on the right side, on the on side. But the question is, which of these four teams would you like to see get the final tickets? Which two teams we want to pick from the four teams in the semi-final to get the final ticket? That's the focus on the show this morning. Although things are not really going well with African champion Senegal after firing the coach of the side. Talking about Senegal, Pape Thiaw. A lot surrounded the leadership of Thiaw, most especially after the Africa Cup of Nations. Remember, he also instructed the players to walk off the pitch against Morocco at the final of the AFCON. What's next for Senegal? What's next for African teams? We'll talk about this and more. Good morning to you, Duke and Dave. Thank God it's Monday. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Monday, another beautiful start of the week, and I'm excited to be here. You asked the question earlier, which team would I love to see in the finals? Well, hopefully, I think I would love a situation where a team that has never won the World Cup will actually lift it. So I think for now, I'm rooting for the Three Lions. Perhaps they can beat the Argentines, do the unthinkable, and if possible, if Tuchel lifts the trophy, Tuchel is still a part and parcel of Chelsea. So one way or the other, Chelsea name is still written in gold.
Okay, if that's what you're saying, is what everybody wants to go by. Everybody has got different thoughts concerning that. Well, you may be a man who wants to, be the devil's advocate here. But let's look at everything that went down, most especially in the semi-final that saw England in the quarterfinal, beg your pardon, that saw England qualify to the semi-final stage. Some said the way England plays, they monitor their teams before attacking them in the second 45 minutes or even into added time. But now they are facing an Argentina that has struggled. Do I call it struggle? But maybe their opponents made life difficult for them from the group stages.
I think for the English team, before now, I was thinking maybe they normally get to the second round and they fizzle out. But as the game progresses, their style of play has suited them, and they've been able to ease. It looks more like an easy task against the Norwegians, and getting the second goal in person of Jude Bellingham. I think for me in this tournament, Jude Bellingham has been the star of the rave of the moment, banging in the goals when they needed it most. I don't know what exactly Tuchel has been doing with him, but he has been fabulous all the way. And I think it will be no thing of low reputation if we start thinking that at the end of the day maybe the cup is coming home.
Okay, if it's gonna come home, maybe a man will surely be the FRSC or be the man at the airport to stop their flights or even stop the car from moving. Will it come home? Do you think the Three Lions deserve has what it takes to beat the Argentines?
Yeah, I think when it comes to beating the Argentines, I think the Three Lions can actually they've done pretty well. And if you see the last couple of games they have played, they have shown discipline. And I think Tuchel coming into this team has taking them away from playing the negative kind of football that was being played under Gareth Southgate, and they are playing beautifully well, and they are getting the result. So I think against the Argentine, they should hold their head up high. That even they were able to get this far, it meant that a whole lot of things have changed. We all know them that by second round quarter final they'll be out. They're already in the semi-finals, just one step to go. They should just play their game, enjoy their game of football, and all things being equal, the Argentine teams can be defeated.
If they can't be defeated, remember all the 4 teams in the semi-final have won the World Cup before. England won it in 1966, beating Western Germany 4-2 after extra time, right? And looking at Spain has won it before. France won it before. Argentina, defending champions. So it is now more of seeing you want England to get to the final, face either France or Spain, right?
Yeah, for the Spanish team, I think they have a useful side. And for me, I think squaring up against the French star-studded side, it will be an uphill task. But let's see when they test their strength on the pitch of play. Let's not forget, for me, I always say the French side is also an extension of the African continent. So definitely, I will wish for the French side to actually go through. And Mbappe likely to set another mad record that might not be broken in the next couple of years. So for me, I'm looking forward to see the French team in the finals.
Seeing the French team in the finals of the FIFA World Cup take on the Three Lions of England. Let's wait and see. But looking at what the Spanish team did against their opponent in the quarterfinal round, beating Belgium 2-1. For France, it was a stroll in the park for them against Morocco. Maybe France met... they over-prepared against Morocco, the way they were able to beat Morocco. But looking at the Spanish team, they know how to play in the dead end of the game.
For the Spanish team, I think kudos to the coach, always bringing in the substitution that gets the results in person of Merino. And there's no better way for you to know a good tactician when his substitution keep getting him all the needed results. So they know how to play to the tail end of the game. But do you think the French team look like a team that will wait when they have the opportunity to bang in the goals? They will score plenty and allow you to rejuvenate and come back. It's going to be a difficult. I'm looking at the defense line that will hold up the Kylian Mbappe, the Dembele, the Bacola, the Desarido. It will be a difficult task for the Spanish defense to actually hold them down and not score plenty of goals.
It will be very difficult. Like you said, it will be very difficult. But tomorrow we have the first semi-final, and that's going to be between France and Spain. I would have loved you to, make the prediction of this particular match, 1-1 of the FIFA World Cup at the AT&T Stadium, Arlington, but I want you to keep that till tomorrow before we look at what your crystal balls will be saying and what you'll be putting on any of the two sides battling each other for a final ticket at the FIFA World Cup. Thank you so much, Duke and Dave, for your time this morning.
All right, I'm graceful enough. Looking forward to tomorrow where I can drop the prediction. One of my predictions came true.
Which?
I think I predicted the England,
No,
the second semi-final, which ended 3-1.
the second quarter-final. That's Argentina, Switzerland.
Yeah, I think maybe you should look into your archives to confirm that. We'll debate more about it.
I know how to cast you. I will go back and check.
No problem. We got it.
All right, thank you so much, Dave. Enjoy the best of your day.
Yeah, you too.
All right, the 939 World Cup show segment is over. Now we'll move to the other side where we look at other football stories, the same as looking at what happened at the Wimbledon over the weekend, the victors in their final games, as we also look at other sporting stories. Do not change the dial. It is the Solutions 939 FM. Football fans, wake up! The road to 2026 FIFA World Cup starts here! Get the latest World Cup news, team update, fixtures, analysis, predictions, and all the football drama around the FIFA World Cup. Tune in to the 939 World Cup show every weekday at 8 a.m. on Solutions 939 FM throughout the 2026 FIFA World Cup window. With your predictions, winning you fantastic prizes like jersey, cash, airtime, and mobile data. Yo, my guy, you don't want to miss this one. 15 minutes, one tournament, endless excitement. The 939 World Cup show. Only on Solutions 939 FM. Your remedy radio dial.
For una right. This message is from Baba Solutions. Chief Adegboyega Taufik Adegoke, FCA. Get your PVC ready today for the election in Oyo State 2027.
Welcome back. It's still Solutions 939 FM talking sports. Well, 939 World Cup show is over now. Let's check more football stories on the show. Remember, I said it earlier that the coach of the Senegalese national team, Pape Thiaw, got fired yesterday as a technical head of the Senegalese national team. Now, according to reports we are currently tracking for you, now Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira has emerged as the leading candidate to become Senegal's next head coach following the team's exit from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. According to French newspaper L'Equipe, via Morocco World News, the Senegalese Football Federation has started planning for the future of the national team after its World Cup elimination, with Vieira among the main names being considered to replace Pape Thiaw. The report indicated that the federation is looking for a coach with international experience to lead the team into its next cycle ahead of the 2027 Africa Cup of Nations and the 2030 World Cup qualifiers. The question is, does Vieira understand African football? Can he handle the team, take them to the Africa Cup of Nations, defend the Africa Cup of Nations title, and qualify the team to the 2030 World Cup qualifiers? But remember, we may also be seeing more sports for African teams at the World Cup, because FIFA President Giannis Infantino has confirmed that any further expansion of the World Cup, increasing the number of teams participating at the finals to 64, will be discussed after this year's tournament. But remember, General Gattuso came out to say that, well, Africa should not have enough sport at the World Cup. I don't know what he feels, but what do you think? Drop your comment on the Facebook fan page on the live feed at the moment. Now let's talk about Nigeria's Flamingos this morning, as the team will face Poland, Puerto Rico, and Korea DPR in the Group B at the 2026 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup. Akim Busari's side qualified to the competition following an 8-5 on aggregate victory over the Young Amazons of Benin Republic. The Flamingos claimed a 3-2 first leg win at the Remo Star Sports Complex in Ikenne and completed the job with an impressive 5-3 victory in Saturday's return leg in Lome. Now, the West Africans will face Poland in their opening fixture at the Women's Football Complex Pitch 4 in Rabat on Saturday, 17th October. Now, the Nigeria's second game against Puerto Rico will hold at the Women's Football Complex Pitch 4 Rabat on Tuesday, 28th of October. The Flamingos will round up their group stage campaign against two-time champions Korea DPR at the Women's Football Complex Rabat on Friday, 23rd October. Remember, the 10th edition of the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup will take place in Morocco from 17th October to 7th November 2026. Remember, Morocco will also be hosting the AFCON for this year in the next few days. Now let's talk about Nigerian player who's already headed for Galatasaray. Turkish Super League champions Galatasaray have reached an agreement with Sky Bet Championship side Burnley for the signing of Nigerian-born midfielder Lesley Ogochukwu. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano confirmed that the two clubs have finalized a deal with the midfielder now set to complete the formalities before being unveiled by the Istanbul giant. Now for Super Eagles goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali has rejoined South Africa's Premier Soccer League PSL club Chippa United just days after being spotted in training at the club. Nwabali returned to Chippa as they begin preparations for the 2026-2027 campaign under the guardians of coach Brandon Trotter. Nwabali's departure from Chippa earlier this year shocked many after his impressive performances at the 2025 AFCON in Morocco, where he helped the Super Eagles clinch a bronze medal with a penalty shootout win against Egypt. Well, also remember, there were a lot of crises. Even that also affected Stanley Nwabali from being invited into the national team going for the Unity Cup, including the friendly games for Super Eagles of Nigeria. Now, talking about another Nigerian player on the show this morning, Kelechi Iheanacho is set to sign a new 2-year contract with Scottish Premiership champions Celtic. Iheanacho enjoyed an impressive debut campaign at Celtic after joining the Scottish champions on a free transfer. He also won cup competition with Celtic. Now, moving away from that, let's talk about Newcastle. Newcastle believe they are set to miss out on the signing of Freiburg midfielder Johan Manzambi to Aston Villa. The Switzerland international's preference is understood to be Villa, who have offered to match the £49 million deal Newcastle verbally agreed with Freiburg. Now let's move away from that side. Let's go straight and talk tennis this morning. We say congratulations to Yannick Sinner, a man who will commit sin during the week and get forgiven on a Sunday. Well, for Yannick Sinner, he became the man of the moment and he will be holding on to that number one spot. Well, Yannick Sinner successfully defended his Wimbledon title with a 4-set victory against French Open champion Alexander Zverev on centre court. World number one Sinner bounced back after whittling in the Paris heat wave in the second round and Roland Garros to claim his 5th Grand Slam title with a 10th straight victory over Zverev 6-7, 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. It was also a 100th Grand Slam match win for the Italian, who earned royal approval from the Prince and Princess of Wales, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, in the front row of the royal box. Well, for Yannick Sinner, that victory was expected. Also, he had to fight his way down to claim that by sacrificing a lot for the tournament.
Very tough match today against Sasha. Felt like both very high level because it was not easy to play. It was very dusty, breezy. So very happy, and of course standing here again as champion means a lot to me. I think every Grand Slam is different, a different story, different environment, different feelings before the tournament. For me, this one means a lot because it was a tough one after Paris again, because last year was also tough. By coming here, I try to put myself in the best possible position to be as competitive as possible. And yeah, this is we put in a lot of work. Days in Monaco, very, very long, and definitely sacrificing a lot of my time and everything to be in this position, So having this achievement means a lot to me, and yeah, it was an amazing day today.
Amazing day for Yannick Sinner. And well, let's wait to see what happens next. Now let's look at for the WTA category. It was Linda Noskova who defeated Karolina Muchova 6-2, 5-7, 6-7, 6-3, I beg your pardon, in that particular WTA final of the Wimbledon. Well, a lot of people set their eyes on that debut, most especially in that derby between the two players from the same country. Here is Linda Noskova speaking after the game.
It's been only a couple of minutes since I walked off court, but it's definitely something that I'm gonna remember forever, but it will definitely take me a few days to realize it. In the second set, it was very tough for me. My hand kind of froze at certain moments. My feet were not as quick as they have been before. But I would focus on the positives. On the last match point, I feel like I didn't even realize that I had a match point. I was just, I kept going, and that's what really won it for me. You know, that I just didn't exactly put it into my head.
Well, Linda Noskova speaking after the Derby final of Jacques. Linda Noskova, who defeated country, maybe we say a country woman, Karolina Muchova in the final of the women's singles of the Wimbledon. Now let's look at what is currently happening at the moment from the world of tennis. Well, in Croatia, a tournament is ongoing, and that is the Croatian Open. Umag Damandozer will be up against Eric Rocha by 3 o'clock today. 5 p.m., Dusan Lajovic will take on Luka Van Asch, and by 5 p.m., Kayuan Jacket will take on Marco Trengaliti as Vitko Priva battles Dino Prismesh by 8 p.m. That's the situation from the ATP category. What we'll also have the Swedish Open ATP 250 ongoing today, 2 p.m. Jasper de Jong will take on Vilios Gobas. For the Swedish Open, we have the doubles also going down today, ATP 250. We'll have the qualification for the singles going down for the Swedish Open in Gostad. We've got tournaments also going down. 9:30, Lorenzo Sonego will be in action against Joel Schwarzer. Klian Flegdom-Bosch will take on Memir Kemenovic as Clement Tabor battles Jurish Rodionov. Rafael Kolinon will take on Timofey Skatov as Dominik Strika battles Jaminar by 4:30 p.m. Moving away from that, let's look at what is happening in the NBA. Well, Golden State Warriors have agreed to hire longtime NBA coach Frank Vogel as the associate head coach under Steve Kerr League, according to reports, filling the void left by departing Terry Slott. Now, Vogel, 53, has been a head coach for 4 different franchises spanning 12 total seasons. He led the Los Angeles Lakers to an NBA championship in 2020 and took the Indiana Pacers to 2 conferences finals in 2013 to 2014. That's a good deal. Yeah, that works for the team. But let's look at the Las Vegas Summer League NBA. In overtime earlier today, Orlando Magic defeated Portland Trail Blazers 112 to 105 points as Washington Wizards defeated Sacramento Kings 104 to 85 points. Milwaukee Bucks lost 80 to 90 points against San Antonio Spurs as Utah Jazz lost 82 to 104 points against LA Lakers. Games are going down tonight. Starting 9 o'clock, where Jetro Pistons will take on New York Knicks. Indiana Pacers battling Toronto Raptors by 9:30, and by 11 o'clock, Boston Celtics will take on Atlanta Hawks. That's the situation right there. More games are going down tomorrow at the preseason games in Las Vegas. It is the Summer League, and looking at that particular fixture set for tomorrow, 12 a.m. Dallas Mavericks will take on Memphis Grizzlies. Cleveland Cavaliers by 1 a.m. will take on Miami Heat. Utah Jazz by 2 a.m. will battle Chicago Bulls. Milwaukee Bucks will be up against Phoenix Suns by 3 a.m. And last game, 4 a.m., we'll see Portland Trail Blazers take on Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, that's the situation, and that's the much we can take on the show for today, Kickoff Sports Show. But remember, tomorrow, the Kickoff Sports Show starts with a 9:39 World Cup show for 15 minutes, and we'll move to the other side where we look at updates from other sporting stories, including football. Well, coming up next is from the dailies, where Comrade Ayodeji Ajishokbe will be joining Comrade Adedamola Lafe while looking at headlines on the pages of Nigeria newspapers. I'll be back 6:30 p.m. today for Extra Time, where we talk everything football. Well, my name is Oladapo. Couldn't be remember, it's Monday, and it's time to start working hard before we start preparing for Friday, right? Yes, Monday can be closer, can be far away from Friday, but Friday is very closer to Monday. Like honestly, we say, keep doing sports and stay safe.